Forecast first, sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Soupiness to our roofing.net Bratcher weather camera. It's a little bit of fog that has developed here tonight across the area, especially in Champaign. You can see a bullseye here with the visibility down to less than a half a mile, and also over around the Taylorville area as well. So look out for some of that fog. Otherwise, watching the rain hour, we've had some sprinkles, a few flurries. We're expecting a little better chance of some snow as an area of low pressure develops, kicks in, throws back a little bit of moisture, and in this area, we think some additional snowfall could occur as we go throughout the overnight hours. If you're heading out and about tonight, again, watch out for the fog. Otherwise, again, a snow shower, some raindrops possible. Who gets the best chance for some accumulating snow? I will show you the map coming up. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now on WCIA 3 News.
3 people are behind bars for the triple homicide here in Danville. How police were able to make the arrests.
A state representative is being investigated for theft, what she's being accused of taking from a thrift shop.
The Illini are getting ready for a big matchup against the Michigan Wolverines. I'm live in Ann Arbor as Brad Underwood's team now sits at the top of the conference.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 6.
We begin with breaking news tonight. State Representative Carol Ammons is being investigated after she was accused of stealing a purse from a thrift shop. A court-appointed special prosecutor is now working that case.
That's to determine whether there's probable cause to charge the Democrat from Urbana for stealing. Sources with the Carl Resale Boutique say it happened 2 weeks ago at that store. WCIA 3's Jennifer Jensen is live in our newsroom. So what is her response to this accusation?
Jennifer, I went to Representative Ammons' Urbana office today to speak with her directly about this. Her legislative aide said Ammons would not comment on camera. WCIA requested a statement from her 3 days ago. A day later, her aide sent a brief statement describing what happened as, quote, a non-story about a simple misunderstanding, end quote. On January 10th, thrift store representatives say a Coach purse worth $80 was discovered missing. After reviewing security footage, they contacted police to file a report. WCIA got a hold of court records that showed Urbana police handed the investigation to state police. The Champaign County State's attorney asked a judge to appoint a special prosecutor to the case, saying there could be a conflict of interest or the appearance of impropriety if her office were to prosecute Ammons. The judge granted that request. The Office of the Illinois State's Attorney's Appellate Prosecutor was assigned to the case. WCIA filed requests under the Freedom of Information Act to see the police report that was originally filed. Urbana and state police would not comment on the active investigation. In the newsroom, I'm Jennifer Jensen, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Jennifer, thank you. Our other big story tonight, 3 teenagers are arrested in connection with the triple murder.
18-year-old Cloinger Robinson and a 16-year-old were arrested for first-degree murder. A 17-year-old was arrested for aggravated robbery. A relative found 65-year-old Nathaniel Gentry, 60-year-old Anthony Jones, and 67-year-old Cordell Reed dead in a home yesterday. WCIA 3's Andy Olson is live in Danville tonight. So, Andy, we've heard a lot from people in the neighborhood who knew them.
Yeah, absolutely, Paul. I had multiple people come up to me today just to tell me stories about the 3 victims inside. One victim played piano for a church. Another was a neighborhood caretaker. Everyone seemed in disbelief that something like this could have happened to them. Now, the police reports say that they had been stabbed and were beat to death. 3 Kings of Peace leader Ed Butler was friends with the victims inside the house, and through his work setting an example for Danville youth, he knew the suspects. He says finding out they could have done it was a big blow for him.
We thought that kids were on the right track, and we tell them all the time, hey man, you need to talk, you need us to do anything for you, to try to find your job and stuff like that, you know. We try to open up the door, our hearts to them, you know.
Butler says the younger 2 were juniors at Danville High School, while Robinson was in and out of school. Now, police say tips from the community helped them track down these suspects, and while they have those 3 arrested, they are keeping the case open. In Danville, Andy Olson, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
All right, Andy, thanks. In other news, a woman is dead after she was hit by a car last night. It happened at University and Russell in Champaign around 6. The Champaign County coroner says 56-year-old Mary Johansson died at the hospital this afternoon. A car was turning left and hit her in the crosswalk while she was walking her dog. The driver was ticketed for failure to yield. Police are still investigating. We have a follow-up from last night. 2 deputies are safe after their squad car was hit while it was parked on the side of the road.
They were working by Route 54 by Turnbridge Road. That's about 4 miles west of Clinton. WCIA 3's Courtney Bunting joins us now. So, Courtney, this was a really close call.
Yeah, Jennifer, and luckily no one was inside that vehicle at the time, but they were standing around it, and one of those deputies had to jump out of the way to avoid being hit. Now, the deputies were helping a tow truck with a vehicle that had slid into a ditch, and the roads were very slippery at that time last night, and one of the lanes was shut down while they were working on towing that truck, so they were directing traffic around it. Now, one of the deputies was standing next to the squad car, and he saw the other vehicle coming toward it. That's when he started using a flashlight to try to get that driver's attention, but he realized it was too late, and that's when he ran to the other side of the road to get out of the way. DeWitt County Sheriff Mike Walker says this is an all too familiar experience.
If you see those lights flashing, even though you're a couple miles away, start slowing down, especially in poor road conditions, and be prepared to stop. You may not have to, but you need to at least slow down and be prepared to stop way before you get on the scene, because that's what causes problems.
And some parts of the area could get another round of wintry mix like that overnight. That's another reason why people should be extra careful, because you should always slow down when you see emergency lights, but do it much earlier when the road conditions are like that. And the Sheriff's Department says the driver who hit the squad car is also doing okay, along with the deputies who were not hurt. Jennifer.
All right, thank you. Now, last summer, the fine for Scott's law violations increased to $750 from $250. That's for the first violation. Money from those fines will go to a fund to educate drivers about the law. Lawmakers also agreed to dedicate this bill to the officers killed in the line of duty this year. A state lawmaker wants to make his colleagues wear body cameras while working on public issues. The representative used to be a police officer. His bill would require every lawmaker to wear a camera, and that video would be public information. It could be used in disciplinary hearings. Democratic Representative Sue Scheer didn't want to say she would vote for the bill, but said she would follow the law either way.
I haven't read the bill yet, so I can't commit to a bill without reading it. But if that's what the public wants and that's what's required, sure. I have nothing to hide. I'm an honest person, so.
Now, this bill was introduced last year and wasn't put up for a vote in committee.
Here's some new information for you. A former Champaign police officer pleaded guilty to burglary. Justice Clinton was arrested in 2018 for breaking into pickup trucks in Fisher. Deputies found some of those missing items in his home. Clinton was identified through security camera footage. He will serve a year on probation and 30 days of public service. Clinton will also have to repay more than $1,500 to 2 victims. He'll also have to return some of those stolen items from his home. Clinton was ordered to be evaluated for substance abuse and mental health issues. We are learning more about some crimes committed in Sangamon County last year compared to previous years. Sheriff Jack Campbell says things are improving. In 2019, burglary, theft, arson, drug paraphernalia, and controlled substance violations were all down from the prior year. Despite the positive numbers, sexual assault, robbery, and aggravated assault all slightly increased.
We have a follow-up now on the voting scandal where nearly 600 non-U.S. citizens in Illinois were registered to vote. 7 of those were in Champaign County. Only 2 actually voted in the 2018 general election. Another voted in the 2006 general election. There is a chance these people accidentally said they were non-U.S. citizens when they were actually citizens. The Champaign County Clerk's Office has sent all of them letters. It asks them to confirm that they are who they say they are.
And there's a lot of conversation. People are in an uproar saying that they're criminals and various other different things. And for every report I've heard, they said that I'm not a citizen. And so if they were sent accurate information or official information from an election authority, then they may think that they can vote.
If those people don't respond, they go on an inactive list. That means if they try to show up and vote without responding to that letter, they would have to bring an ID and register again if they're U.S. citizens.
There are more than 1 million people who rely on insulin in Illinois. Why, for some, it just got a little easier to pay for it.
And also tonight, balloons fill the skies over Vermilion County. Why the colorful event continues to help so many on the ground.
And we're seeing fog through the eyes of our weather camera here, looking down at Neal and Green. Is the intersection on a Friday night. 37 the high today, back above normal. We've got warmer temperatures like that will be sticking around here. We've got to talk about snow that is going to move in tonight. We'll show you what to expect coming up.